We are back with a classic episode, okay? In today's video, we're going to be doing Tinder texting series number 8 using psychology, science, and AI without that looks funny or game bullshit, okay? This is the playing field. I want you to all understand that you're watching this. This is a golden video. This is one of the videos that I used to make in the past that you all absolutely loved. I will be showing you Tinder texting breakdown from conversations that went absurdly well so that you can copy them and you can pretty much put them into your game. And I'll be showing you exactly what I did with a proper solid breakdown. Not like live texting, nothing of the sort. Live texting is going to be at the end of the video. In this video, we're doing something very special. I'm going to be showing you how you can pretty much copy paste what I do, how I think, and then get the results for yourself. So welcome back to Tinder texting series number 8, a long awaited return, okay? It's been a long time. It's time to bring it back. Let's continue. So here's what we will be covering in these videos to get attractive matches, to actually get what you're looking for. Because I know all of you watching this, you haven't got the results you want on Tinder, you're not happy, and that's why you're here. And I'm going to make sure you get the results you're looking for by the end of this video, so you do feel fulfilled and you do feel complete, because woman does bring happiness into your life. Anyone that says otherwise is an idiot. So what will we be covering this video? Some crazy texting scenarios, match to date scenarios. So we're talking about WhatsApp, Tinder, everything, you name it. We're not holding any secrets back. We're not holding any of our punches back. I'm going to be giving you everything, okay? Because I don't like gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is something that only losers do, okay? I want to give you the answers. I want to give you the cheat codes. I want to give it to you all so you can get the results for yourself. And then finally, live texting then to show you how this all comes into practice, because live texting is the ultimate proof of why I'm the best and why I have results, okay? You know, there's a reason why I have results like these, because I show you receipts, I show you the evidence. I literally go on Tinder in front of you and I show you me texting. No one else does that on the internet, and that is why you can listen to me and you can switch your brain off and just let everything flow. And you'll have results like this by the end of the video. That I promise you. Anyways, before we begin, just a short disclaimer. Everything I say in this video is for educational, informational, and comedy purposes, okay? We do not glorify hate speech here. We don't glorify anything towards women being hateful. No illegal stuff or anything like that. I don't want to be held liable for any of the things that you do, obviously, with the advice we're about to give you. So the stuff we'll be talking about is very powerful, and some of the stuff can be used for evil. So let's get straight into it. Before we begin, here's what we're not going to be talking about, because this is what a lot of other idiots talk about. I'm not going to show you some flashy hocus pocus strategy with complicated diagrams, because no one likes that, okay? I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it basic. No garbage diagrams that just absolutely annoys people. And I'm not going to overcomplicate it to make you feel hopeless as well, okay? I want to speak on some garbage seduction miracle pill. I'm not going to show you some stuff that you would find on r/seduction or anything like that. I want to actually show you real stuff in field, okay? So without further ado, let's begin, okay? Starting off, a crazy texting scenario. Okay, here's a girl that we are talking to. So this is the girl. Let's get straight into it, okay? With this girl, we say to, are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sophie? This is a line that comes from another YouTuber. His name is Ashton. If you checked him out, he's cool. He's fine. And obviously we put that line into play. Credits to the guy. I'm not going to say that I stole his line. I'm not an idiot. Full transparency. And she says, what are you thinking, Max? And we open with a question, okay? So this prompts a response as she needs to know if they're both thinking the same thing or what he is thinking about. And as you can see, this is her reply. It's pretty basic stuff. We piqued her curiosity. We create a little investment to get her hooked to the conversation. Guys, girls are curious creatures. They want to know things, okay? They are easily persuaded. You can go on a night out with a girl and you can literally ask her, where did you get that? And she's going to start chasing. She wants to know. You could easily get a girl's interest. Think of it as like cats, right? When you point a laser at the ground, they're going to chase it. Girls are just like that. Okay, you got to understand, girls are the easiest creatures in the world to mess with. Their attention spans are so easy to trigger, and they're so easy. Now over here we reveal this, and this is just an absurd statement. It's polarizing, unique, leaving a lot for imaginations. She'll either be confused and find it funny, or she knows that the cream will be licked off her body. It's whichever way it goes, okay? This pretty much shows whether the girl's dirty-minded or not, okay? If the girl obviously doesn't get it, she's quite innocent, or she doesn't want to go down that route. However, if she does get it, she's looking for a one-night stand. This is a really good decoding message to understand what the girl's intentions are with you. That is why we like using this opener. So obviously I did take this from another YouTuber, but I turned it into something even better, and I'm going to show you what we've done with it, okay? Because full transparency, yeah, it's his line, but I've turned it into something even better, and you're going to see what we do with it, because that is what leads to creativity, and that's what leads to better results. Taking other people's work and making it better. As long as you don't steal other people's work, that's the only thing that matters. So full credits to that guy. Anyway, she's a part of the ladder now, obviously, as you can see. Clearly she wants the cream licked off her and is open to sex too. So as I said, she's pretty much gone down the sexual route, which is great. That's what we want, okay? We make sure she doesn't get ahead of herself here, while also making the plan clear that she'll be getting whipped cream licked off her body, right? So obviously it's getting a little bit sexual. We're making it pretty clear now, and obviously this is what she was hoping for. She's quite on board, and she pretty much wants us to escalate the conversation further. So it's pretty much a green light. Think of it that way. She pretty much wants this conversation to go in a sexual direction. That's kind of idea we want to follow. That's kind of pattern we want to follow. And obviously we paint a nice picture for her here, as if she's reading porn. Describe the foreplay element just with the whipped cream added in, and obviously we don't want to overwhelm her too much because obviously too much info at once will end up just overloading her little brain. Now we want to stick to 2 elements, making out and sucking on her. I don't want to get too descriptive with it, but yeah, it's just going to make her very turned on, right? It's important not to rush everything you do. It's better to build anticipation, okay? As you can see, she gets quite turned on, she's very engaged, so we can go further into the story. Girls love their body being worshipped, it makes them feel very sexy, and so here we mention licking down her body, again sticking to the foreplay of course. We mentioned teasing her genital area as well. Gotta stick to YouTube, guys, guidelines, haha. No girl will complain about this, right? We summarize that she's very submissive, obedient too, so we include the begging part, okay? That is something that girls want. They want to be begging for it, right? And they want to be in a submissive position, and it's something that turns them on, and that is what we're going for. Now, as you can see, she's fully hooked, and she wants pretty much she wants to return the favor, which is a really good sign, right? She literally says she pretty much is giving herself up in exchange, and that's when you know things are going to get really hot. They're going to get very attractive very quick because it's going both ways now. It's mutual interest, which is exactly what you want. You don't want it to go obviously one way or the other. It's just a mutual beneficial thing. Anyways, we let her return the favor to move the conversation forward, telling her what to do, and pretty much this is important to keep the dynamic. Women want a man that is in control and can lead, okay? You gotta understand that. Women want a leader. They want a dominant man. And that is important. So as you can see, she says yes like a little good girl. Basic reply from her, but it's pretty much enough to keep the conversation going. So we move the conversation forward by asking her how good her job skills are, plus whipped cream, of course. So yeah. Now this is an essential point. She admits to liking her throat getting pretty much, meaning she likes rougher sex. We can use this for the ammunition. Here we just paint the scenario saying mascara run down her face, indicates she will pretty much get used in the bedroom, and she will pretty much be in tears, having, you know, all over her. I'm trying to keep this endorsed within YouTube's guidelines, so let's keep it PG. We'll call it gravy. Okay? For this video, we'll be using the term gravy. Keep it PG. Anyway, exactly what she wants considering her last message. So we pretty much said to her, even higher, no mercy for you, for your little while mascara runs down your face, blah blah blah, etc. Anyway, our assumption was right, but our dry reply means we need to change topic because obviously the topic has come to an end. Neutral of dry reply, we pretty much for our challenge mentioning our client's supposed banana size while asking if she can take it all. So either way, she'll qualify herself or her mind will be blown. It goes, you know, several ways. Now she admits that she can't handle it, but still qualify herself in a different way, talking about how tight she will be for him, obviously. So in this scenario, she is pretty much saying, warning, I'm actually tight. She's pretty much flipped the script. I don't think I've met a girl who hasn't said something similar. Now obviously we move on to a little bit of a more caring aspect here. We show her care and attention by reassuring her that he won't just stick it in completely on the first stroke. Then we mention her pretty much getting expanded since girls love it for some reason. Okay, you guys can imagine. So anyways, to finish, we throw another challenge her way, almost a rhetorical question, but it will make her qualify herself. Anyways, as expected, she does qualify herself, okay? And obviously a little bit of a risky message here with a big payoff if it goes well. It's a bit of a gamble either way. She will love getting filled up or she will be totally against it. She wants to get filled up with gravy, guys, because she's like a giant chicken. Anyways, so obviously she said she was against it. She said, okay, we'll need to reassure her a little to continue. She wants obviously for us to use a condom because she doesn't want the gravy of the meat, I guess. She doesn't want it inside the chicken. She wants it on the outside. This is gonna be great, guys. YouTube is definitely not gonna enjoy this. Anyways, reassure her that it was all a joke and we will wear, obviously he will wear one since she was very against it. Notice how her message is getting shorter and shorter, hers is getting longer and longer. This is all intentional, okay? Now good reply from her, she's putting more effort in. So she said, she'll either swallow the gravy or I can pour the gravy on her chest. Yeah, that's great, guys. Anyway, we ask about her favorite position, a classic. This will allow us to play on her reply. So she talks about swallowing the gravy. We tease her that she better not miss any because making gravy is very hard, guys, or she will get punished with obviously hot gravy. Gravy. Anyways, she admits that she doesn't have one and just lets the man do what he wants, okay? It's pretty straightforward and really simple. We tell her that he will do just that. Basic psychology, she wants something. We affirm that she will get that. It's that simple, okay? And now we also ask if she likes it rough, indicating she's in for a good time. And of course she likes it. That's what girls are all like. And as expected, as you can see, she loves it, okay? She goes a little deeper into desires too, and now we can play on this. Obviously, she likes hickeys, on her thighs, contact, eye contact, talking. It's pretty vanilla, pretty generic stuff. It's not that significant or special, I'll be honest with you. Now we develop on her message, making sure she gets what she is looking for, and she will pretty much end up singing his name since he will properly, and he will claim her too. Again, 2 cold reads of what girls like. Okay, I'm trying to keep it PG here, but you get what I mean. I don't mean sing, guys. You know exactly what I mean if you're watching this video. Now she sets a boundary and goes into what she likes. Again, what ammunition for our response. So she said, just not on my neck. I love being choked and spanked. So that's pretty straightforward, pretty simple wrestling stuff, guys. We're a wrestling channel. So girls, for some reason, don't like getting hickeys on the neck. I noticed that it's quite funny. The reason behind it is because they don't want to be showing in public that they're getting used in the bedroom. It's kind of like, they don't want to be slut-shamed, and that's why it's like that. Now, obviously, she mentions that she likes being wrestled in the bedroom. She likes a chokehold. She likes being spanked, guys. She likes getting punished. So we incorporate these things and adding in the next logical steps too. Since if she likes those things, she will like hair pulling as well, okay, and restraining as well. So yeah, guys, totally talking about MMA here, right, guys? We're talking about fighting and one-to-one combat, totally. Anyways, moving on. UFC champions, let's go. Bingo, she loves it all. As you can see, I predicted it just as well. She loves the art of fighting in the ring. Anyway, we draw attention to her begging and how he likes it, meaning she will do it more in future. So obviously now we're pretty much trying to see whether we can bring her kinks out and bring her interests out. It's pretty cool. It's a great way of getting girls to do things to you. Now he will pretty much end up taking her ability to walk away, because he's definitely gonna get a lock on her leg and snap her in the ring and get the belt, right, guys? Anyways, again, just displaying sexual competence so we can speed run the first date/UFC matchup. Yeah, boys. Anyways, of course she agrees, looking good. Even better, she still asks what she's into. She is very invested now, and we can pretty much close her soon. Anyway, she asks about kinks herself. Obviously, she's interested in our kinks, or should I say, our favorite Grand Slam moves and finishing touches. Anyway, we just mirror her interests. Very simple. The last bit was intentional too, so she does some of the work here. And obviously, plus she has a bit of a praise kink. I mean, she likes being awarded for her winnings in the matches, guys, and she will do what he says for the reward. Anyway, she likes it, and from here we close her. The messages didn't get screenshotted, but you'll just have to believe me, okay? Okay, the WhatsApp messages weren't anything special either. It was pretty much simple close with a date. It was that straightforward, okay? And to be honest with you, if I showed you any of the further messages, it would have just been straight up nudes and all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't want to have to weave my way around with YouTube showing you some of the messages that go beyond this, because it gets crazy. So we just got a phone number from this point forward, and it just went very heated. It went so far that I don't think I could show it on YouTube, I'll be honest with you. However, I will include it on my website at the bottom of the page probably. Anyway, of course, our client slept with her. As you can see, it went pretty well. Either way, let's progress. Anyway, so yeah, as you can see, they did end up sleeping together. Regardless, anyways, so match to date scenario. So I'll be showing you a little bit of a longer conversation. This one's obviously an even better one. Anyways, so dating apps are always similar no matter what. Yubo is a great one, of course. Tinder is king, but regardless, back to texting. I wanted to include Yubo here because if you use our AI pictures on Yubo and you're a young guy, you're gonna absolutely kill it. You're gonna crush it. Because think about it, Yubo is full of guys who don't even know how to use the app for dating. Okay. Now imagine you use Deni Ops' goddamn strategies and AI pictures on there. You will absolutely rinse every girl on there. They will have no idea what to do. It will be lethal, seriously. So that's why I recommend using Yubo if you obviously are a younger guy. Now here we open with the name, since it shows ballsiness and it's mystery since you just said her name. Everything else she needs to find out what she wants. As you can see with the name there on the left, she responds with the name. It's a power move, it always opens up with mystery. It just makes her think, I need to send a reply back, obviously. Then obviously we do the signature pickup line. This is my one, trademarked by me. This is not something I took from anyone else, this is mine. Okay, we just say this to her, we've said it for years. It's just our go-to, it's probably one of my classics. It's trademarked now. I own this shit, guys. Anyways, it works really well if you don't know your niche or custom openings. Anyway, she's obviously, which means that it's a little bit dry, but she is quite intrigued and interested, because at the end of the day, she's still replying, right? So that means she's still interested. That means we can still reel her in. It's pretty easy, honestly. Now, obviously, we move in with the usual, so let's close it. There are many playoffs for this line since I've been using it for years. It's my go-to. I always find new things using this line. It's pretty crazy. I'll be honest with you. It's one of my favorites for a reason. Oh, now, obviously, her reply is perfect. She indicates that they live close by as well, and she's open to the idea of meeting up. And she pretty much, literally, this is what you want to look for in a girl. This is what I call a girl that has a good mindset. She's on the apps for one reason, meeting up, having good conversation, and going on dates. If it goes with something like this, it's a very good sign. Now she says, well, that wouldn't be too odd considering we're both in the said location according to Yubo location. So she's quite happy about that, and she is pretty much open to meeting. She quite literally is asking for the date. That's what you want from a girl, guys, okay? And obviously we play it off and push forward to get a more sexual conversation flowing. By doing this, we open up more opportunities to what we can say, and we have predicted our path to flow. The reason why we didn't close it then and there, guys, is because there's a chance she will reject. We need to build up warmth, we need to build up more trust, interest, because the thing is, if we just go for the number or the close, chances are it won't go so well. I think a lot of guys rush it when they get excited and they think, ooh, this girl's into me, it's going pretty well, and so on and so forth. You don't want to do that. You want to take things slow and steady, and that way you'll get the best results. Obviously, we continue with the pickup frame. She's like, ooh, both sound so nice, those pictures, let's leave the neck for our time. So obviously she has a bit of a mindset open towards obviously getting sexual, which is what we want, it's what we're looking for. Now her first reply is a bit dry here, it's not the best, but she does like the idea of it, and we have to carry the conversation. Girls are not very competent in conversations, it's completely normal. Pretty much every girl I speak to, they're not very great over text. Even in a relationship, they always struggle to text back properly. It's just not something they're good at. However, when it comes to phone calls and meeting up in person, they don't shut up. Girls do not shut up, so trust me, don't worry. Now obviously we play into a great response, and we use our net positive reply, waist in public and neck in the bedroom. So obviously we're just giving her the obvious answer of what she was thinking of, which makes it seem like we read her mind. And obviously make sure your public is great, because girls love a man that shows her off in public. It's the psychology of the nature, it's what gets them attracted to a man. Now she obviously takes this idea very well, and she takes positively to it. Her reply is a bit dry, but this is normal. As I said, girls are just basic creatures, okay? They don't think for themselves. I've sat with girls that will literally send me one-line messages. They don't put effort in, and as soon as I meet them in person, they don't stop speaking. They don't shut up. Okay, think about it. They go to uni, they do some stupid psychology course, or I don't know, healthcare or something, some stupid course or something, or midwife course or some garbage. Like, trust me, their lives are literally the simplest of the simple. They don't know how to hold a proper conversation. If you want to have a proper conversation, you do it with your boys, you do it with intellectual geniuses, you do it with people who actually know what they're talking about. For example, think about if you hopped on a call with me, how much value would you gain from an hour? It would probably change your life. That's why you got to speak to the right people with proper conversations. Don't expect proper conversation out of a girl. Just expect the outcome of having sex with her and getting her on a date. That's all that matters. Now with all the green lights on show, we go for a close and we press for the number, because she's shown all of the signs of choosing single and girl. It's much more powerful to ask for a number or a Snapchat. It even shocked her. She said, damn number, damn no snap. Makes you come off as a mature, elegant man, okay? Makes you come off as the kind of guy that is a G and not a little boy. Only little boys use Snapchat. Snapchat is for little losers, okay? The only time you should be using Snapchat is if it's an absolute worst case scenario. I don't want to use Snapchat. As a matter of fact, I've gotten to a point where if a girl says I only do Snapchat, I ignore her. I heart her response, or I just tell her, yeah, no thanks, you can stay on Snapchat and talk to her, and you can talk to immature little boys. I don't do Snapchat. But obviously for some of you guys, it's okay if you have to do it as a last resort, but don't do Snapchat. It lowers your respect, it lowers your value as a man. You look like a little boy. Think about it. Can you imagine me, James Bond, or a masculine man? I'm just trying to think of some figures that are not going to get me cancelled using Snapchat. Fuck no. Why would we use that? It's childish, right? You can't imagine these guys, using Snapchat. It's just so embarrassing. They get the phone number. You got to be masculine, and it turns women on. I'm not trying to be some cringe alpha male guru here. It's losing your self-respect. Like, I don't want to be a hater of Snapchat, because when I was younger, it was great. I did streaks as well. I'm not an idiot. But it gets to a point where it's not worth it, and girls will respect you more when you get the number. Anyway, we pretty much secured the number. Let's talk about the WhatsApp. Moving on, so match the date scenario, WhatsApp, guys. So obviously we move on to the next phase and take our WhatsApp user line of what am I saying in contact with? I'm thinking future wifey, to reset the flow of the conversation, since it's hard to get back into things from the dating app. The problem is, once you get a girl's number, the whole flow resets. No matter how sexual the conversation was, no matter how good things was, the problem is it's a big reset and it's not ideal. So for that reason, you want to obviously re-enter it in a different light. You want to enter it in a way where you can come with power. And she said, doesn't sound too bad, but I'll do the same with future husband. Now her reply is pretty good, it's pretty solid, it plays it to frame it and saves him as future husband. A bit of basic reply, but no girl gives this much of it, so it's a golden sign. She's pretty much above average in her response. Now, I want you guys to understand, in future, this is something that I recently started doing because this conversation thread is a little bit old. You should actually send a screenshot of you saving the girl's future wifey to her, and then ask for her to send one back as proof. It gets more commitment out of them. This is something we recently started doing, and it works like a charm. Okay, and obviously we set the date with a romantic approach, and we hint at bringing her flowers to get her really excited. This is powerful to get her mind racing of what other things to do. Okay, so now we're just going for a boyfriend frame. It's pretty solid, it's going to work really well. She says, before I answer, I have to let you know that she have a baby. Of course she does. Single mum trying to get wifed up, not gonna happen, okay? Anyway, so obviously we said our head morphs do it best anyway, and we pretend that we don't care since we only go for a hookup here, so we may as well put an act on. Guys, never date a girl with a baby, okay? I hate to be the guy that says this, but Hopefully YouTube doesn't hate me for this one, but yeah, if you accept a woman with a baby and you want to be her boyfriend or husband, I pity you. Honestly, that is terrible. Don't do that to yourself, man. Seriously, it's not worth it. Anyway, she falls to the charming guy act and plays into the flower line. Now we just have to hold our end of the promise and bring them, okay? Of course you don't have to, but it helps if you want to go for a romantic act. Again, this is all depends on your niche as a man. Some men obviously prefer to do it, you know, in a romantic way, come off as Mr. Smooth. Some men just like to say things and then be the dickhead that just shags her on the first date. It comes down to what you like. So obviously she says her favorite flowers. You can get them from your local Walmart in the US or something for like $5, and you can get Morrison's and Asda's in the UK for like £5. This is very cheap. It's not a big deal. Now obviously we play into our flower line and suggest a date. This is where we really get to work. We tell her about getting dinner, make her a passenger princess, and we use all of this magic to just make her fall in love. We literally want her to fall in love before we get anywhere, like before even, yeah. Our reply is very dry. Again, girls don't expect to carry a conversation. That's why we do what we do, and that is why we are the best. Now obviously we really press her date because talking imagination is fun and all, but we want the real date since you cannot have sex over the phone. Nobody wants that, okay? Now she pretty much opens her schedule really well and she tells us she's free most of the time. Of course she is a single mum, probably living off child benefits or whatever. She doubles text, which is another great sign, although it's a terrible excuse for not replying on time. It doesn't matter though, since I'm texting for him, he doesn't need to worry about the waiting periods anyway. So she says sorry for the replies, but yeah, anyway, so we say, so is Sunday good for you? We want to set a day here so we can set it and get it out of the way quickly as possible, okay? We want to take action. She said yeah, sounds great, confirms it, and now it's time to begin the pre-date texting phase. It's where we implant golden nuggets to ramp up attraction, okay? Now, pretty much we confirm and tell her we confirm the date on Sunday. We want to set that in stone, and remember guys, we never send the details of the date completely, because if we send it in advance, it will kill the mystery, okay? It's all an incentive. You want to tell her the time of the date and the actual date of details on the actual date itself. All you want to do is just tell her the day you're meeting her. You're not going to tell her what you're going to do or anything like that, just the date itself, okay? Now she obviously gives a standard reply confirming, and obviously it's down to us to wait. This is how you want things to go. Now reopen the conversation here after a little while, as there always a name opener to kick it off, and we text the day before to set things in motion and remind her of their plans together. Now obviously we said to her, you excited today? A playful reminder without saying needy, and she says more nervous, which shows that our client is going to have the upper hand and the power dynamic, because most men are nervous when going on dates. Guys, why are you nervous of a little creature 5'6", you know? That's silly. I don't get that. Anyway, we play on our course and claim the power for ourselves. We flirt and mess with her, suggesting sexual playfulness in person, okay? We said we're gonna make you are you feeling nervous already? Wait until we meet in person. Think about how exciting that sounds. So obviously she asks, what are we doing? There's a choosing signal. She wants to take engagement interest, and this is huge. It means she will not ghost you. These are the kind of flags you want to look out for. Now regardless, you still don't want to tell her. You want to keep it a mystery. We will tell her in person. We keep texting for logistics here from this point forward. Now as we keep a real conversation with her. We do this by showing her that our client has sexy hobbies like reading. Girls love guys that read, and we showed her a sexual smart book, and girls love this. Something like 50 Shades of Grey, Haunting Adeline, all of this crazy stuff, okay? Another one is 365 Days, which is what he said. Now she takes interest in the book he's reading. This goes to show for how powerful this strategy it is. And obviously we speak about the book, we tell her a bit, hooks her onto the mystery aspect, and it's an incentive, and we tell her that we'll tell her more about that said book on the date. And we also ask her the address to get the date for real. Now obviously she sends her address, and again her excuse of replying late is good, as it shows she's worried better than most girls, so it works out. If a girl is apologizing she's replying late, that's a good goddamn sign. It shows that she cares and she's actually just getting ready. So obviously we ignore that and we just change topics, and we pretty much keep the pressure on her and we press on the gas. We say to her, are you getting ready? Because it means that she won't flake, and it's a lot of investment from her end. And she says, yeah, keep it casual, lol, baggy jumper with jumpsuit and boots. She gives us a bad sign here. She decides to wear basic casual fitting clothes. It's bad for us since it will make sleeping with her harder, but she's showing up and that's what counts. Now the reason why she dressed so casual here, guys, is because this guy wanted to go to a bar that is very simple, very cheap and affordable, okay? If you guys are on a budget and you don't want to spend a little bit of money on girls, that's okay, but as a result of that, the girls won't dress up. If you want a girl to dress up, you got to take her to a pretty decent place, okay? I like to personally tell girls, you need to wear something nice. There's a dress code. Guess what? They pull up in a tight dress. They pull up in heels, which means I have to carry them. It's such a beautiful strategy. I literally make girls wear the most horrible heels and the tightest dress. And you know, after we go drinking and after we go to a nice restaurant together, we have to walk all the way back to the car, which is usually a 10 to 15 minute walk in Manchester. Whereas if she was wearing joggers or baggy jumpsuit or some bollocks or whatever, right, she's gonna be able to easily walk that off, even when she's drunk, right? But imagine a girl in a tight dress with horrible heels that hurt her feet. you know, and she's drunk, you're gonna carry her back to your car, bro. It's that simple. So we said we'll be leaving in about 10 minutes for the date here anyways, and she says no worries, simple Mexican conversation, nothing fancy, and we say I'm here, and obviously she gives a good signal here, and it's a great sign, 0% chance of flaking now. As you can see, we just sent her a picture of the guy being here, and pretty much that's all there is to it. Now all Max has to do here is pretty much drives towards her. That's about it. And as you can see, she's just doing some basic stuff, a little bit of confusion with the actual setup of the date, but it's no big deal. This is just what human interactions look like, guys. You know, this is what makes it look even more real. Think about it. If it was a very simple, basic texting thread like you see on Instagram with those fake conversations, it goes ever so smoothly and perfectly, which is complete garbage, okay? This shows you that it's a real authentic conversation because there's a few things that can go wrong, a few different values, and so on and so forth. Anyways, as you can see here, the date is pretty much on. It's that straightforward. We get a phone call with her just to set everything up, and boom, the date ends up going really well. As you can see, they pretty much ended up having sex together. They met up, and she even sends this text after the date. This is a very great sign of success. Okay, she's texting first, and we ask for the pictures, and we ask for the sex tapes, so on and so forth, and she sends all of them. Okay, now this is obviously the results of working with me and running his dating apps. I don't need to make a proof slide here because she already sent it. Like, the girl has sent the proof for me. That's how good I am at my goddamn job. Anyway, we press the rotation here. It's just a second date. We use the mum line and go for a romantic approach, okay? So we're saying, oh yeah, we need to show some pictures to my mum, and we obviously can't show the sex tapes either, but we're not actually going to show our mum, you know, the girl. She has a baby, you know, it's just the way to go, but you guys get it, okay? Now she plays into the idea, and now we can set up a new date for the framework, and we just lie about some stupid stuff, and this is obviously going to build a client rotation, and this is pretty much as simple as it gets, okay? It's going to be quite long from this point forward. I'm not going to show you the rest of the conversation because it's pretty much just months of talking about what they're going to do together and rotation. You guys don't want to see that, okay? So I'll leave that for another point in time, okay? I have plenty of other conversations to show you guys, okay? We'll be continuing the texting Tinder series. Don't worry, guys, you're going to get episode 9 soon, and it's going to be even crazier. Anyway, let's talk about live texting, okay? This is the part, and this is the thing that everyone loves because it proves that I'm the real deal, okay? This is what separates me from the rest and makes me the best, okay? No pun intended. Let's get straight into it. All right, so let's load into this profile for live texting here. The good stuff, as you can see, many likes, talking in the hundreds. Let's get started. So here we have this girl called Izzy. We're going to open her with the classic pickup line of "you know what's missing your pictures," and we'll take it from there. Now she's probably going to reply relatively quick. It's just how the usual goes. While we do that, let's take a look at a different girl. So obviously we have a different girl. Her name is Rhiannon. Now we're going to message her. We're going to go with a different pickup line. Now, I don't want to go with the same pickup line because I want to make this as entertaining as possible. Here's something that I started using recently that works really well. Okay, so I said to you, you want short term, but okay, long term, something tells me you'd want me longer. So this is a really good pickup line to obviously get to girls who are obviously not sure what they want. And as you can see, Izzy's already replied, so we'll just move back to that. We're going to keep it fast paced. So obviously you said, me with mom's around you, validator saying that she's a smart girl. And she obviously agreed to that, and it's easy as that, okay? And we're making a few jumps here in terms of editing, so that's why things are going quick. But for you guys, as you can see, we're just trying to keep this as simple as possible. I said to her, you look like you take sexy hot pictures with me. Very appealing, attractive activity, okay? Now here's another girl. Rhiannon replied to that, went really well. So obviously now we're talking to Sophie here, another attractive girl. We said to her, what if I take you back to Miami with me because this client clearly lives in Miami. Now let's go back to Izzy here. Okay, with Izzy we're going to talk about the activity of pictures, and we said, how about me with my arms around you to close the line? And we said, or how about props, one of you sat on my lap. So obviously we're making a little bit of a difference, and we're making a little bit of a change to the actual generic line to make a little bit of a different thing. So obviously we're talking about running our hand through her hair, just a bit of a physical touch and a love language there. Let's talk to this other girl called Kat in the meantime. We're getting quite a lot of replies in, guys, so let's keep it going. With this guy said, you know what you remind me of? We're going to continue that line and see what she says based on that. She said, you're very much my type, that is hot, blah, blah, blah. The girl's quite literally all over him. That's just because of our AI pictures and our profile setup. We're the best in the world at what we do for a reason. So obviously I just went through her profile here, just wanted to see, and I said I'll be more than your type once we obviously meet, okay? So obviously now I'm just trying to excite her, I'm trying to gauge her interest. We are a little bit sexual as well. I went, I'll be inside your head and inside you quite literally. So now we've pretty much escalated it even further than that. It's that simple, okay? So obviously we're targeting several key points here. We're going for sexuality, flirting, and all sorts. We're really wanting to get to her. Let's go into a different girl, Ebony, while she replies, okay? So there's another girl, just evaluating her profile. Pretty normal, pretty standard girl, very vanilla, nothing too crazy. She has new friends. So obviously I said to her, you messed up big time. What the f, Ebony? And obviously now she's gonna be confused to why I said that, and you'll see exactly what comes next. This is pretty crazy. This is a pretty good line. She said, more than my type, what exactly are you looking for? So obviously now we just gotta bullshit this girl, say long term is the goal always. And obviously I will say something along the lines of, I don't want to set expectations because it makes the girl feel more reassured, because you don't want to just straight up say long term because you come off as desperate and needy. By doing this, you're pretty much ending the kind of question with a vague answer. Now let's go back to this girl. So as you can see, that new pickup line I just invented up and there on the spot that I've been using recently works really well. She said, wow, smooth, can't lie. What can you expect from a girl? Lack of communication. So I said, let me sweep you off your feet in a dance off. So obviously now we're going for a little bit of more flirty energy. We're talking about some incredible dating activities, so on and so forth. Now let's go back to Izzy. So she said, perfect because I'm here for long term too. I definitely don't want purely sex. Complete lie, by the way, guys, it's just a barrier. So I said, I really get that, plus good sex should last longer. So obviously now we're adding some incentives, some benefits and logic, and we said long term is the win-win. Guys, trust me, when a girl says long term, it's bullshit, okay? That girl actually had a body count of like 50 or something, I actually remember, because one of my clients was with her. So with this girl, we just chatted a bunch of bullshit, and we just said about traveling, and then we'll go to a different girl. So obviously we're at Julia here. So with this girl, we're just looking at what she's into. She's from Nottingham, so obviously we say to her, you know what you remind me of? We have a very special pickup line we're playing into here. This is something that you guys have never seen before, okay? This is really unique. And obviously we go back to Izzy here, and she talks about pretty much just where we're based, and now we're really getting set for the date. I look at her location, I look at where she's based, and we take it from here. It's that easy, okay? We just want to confirm now. That's what we're going for. We're just confirming whether she's the right girl for this and whether we can actually sleep with her or not, okay? So we said Many, obviously, or Manchester. Well, in this scenario I said Manchester. I would have said Many because obviously that's what the locals would say, but this guy's obviously traveling to Manchester, so it's not the same. And obviously we said to this girl, are you complaining? Because she said, is that what you American boys do in your spare time? And obviously this girl said London. I said not far. My client doesn't mind, he's happy to travel to London, so it's no big deal since he's a holiday in the UK. And obviously we asked for her number, and we take it from there, and she will send her number in. Now let's go to this girl. So I said to her, a cigarette. I'd say I'm quit smoking, but then I always keep going back to you. Pretty solid line. Girls smoke all the time and they love that shit. Look at her profile and see if she says she smokes. That's pretty good. So she said, I've heard socials until we've met, if that's okay. I said to her, I don't use socials, I'm 22. I felt childish using Snap and Instagram, sadly. So obviously now I'm boxing her in to comply to my terms. I said, no offense to you, of course. Just wanted to pretty much box her in, that's all. Now she's going to be inclined to give her number. Now obviously we said WhatsApp is okay, which is pretty much just getting the same thing as her number, and there's an alternative. And I said, I would never diss the American culture like that, whatever floats your boat. I mean, I can't dance. And I said, okay, I need to teach you, don't tread on my toes, just basic stuff. Now she said, sure, I've heard socials for checking people who they say are for reasons, you know, blah, blah, blah. I said to her, okay, just basically have to reassure some doubts and concerns, just some objection handling. And I said to her, don't worry, we'll just go on FaceTime, no problem. Now she said, trust, I've got 2:30 left. So obviously with this girl, we're a different girl, by the way, guys, I know we're moving quite fast. We said, that sounds wild. Foot jobs must be crazy. So obviously with this girl, we were just taking a little bit of piss, taking it a little bit sexual. Now we'll go back to Izzy here and we'll see what she said. Oh, actually, let's look at Julia. This is more interesting. She said, really, so be careful. Addiction is really hard to quit. So she's feeling the vibes. This is pretty good. She has entrepreneurship in her bio. I don't know what the f was going through her head to say that, but fair enough, I guess. It's pretty comical. She's not an entrepreneur unless she's doing OF. Anyways, she said, yeah, you look dangerously addictive. So obviously now we're just flirting with her. I said I might not be able to stop with you. So that's something that I want to say to her, because obviously it's sexual flirting and it's also making her quite attractive to herself. It's an interesting one, but you'll see how it plays out soon. But this guy said, don't worry, I wear socks everywhere. So obviously I could tell she has a bad phobia of feet. That's what she said. I said I'm one of those people too. I know a lot of girls are scared of feet for some reason. It's just how they are naturally. Anyway, here's Izzy's phone number. There you go, guys. Easy as that. That's one phone number secured. Let's go and get some more. So obviously when I talked to this guy, I said, it's weird and icky because she gets it. I don't really care about feet, I'll be honest with you. They don't bother me. So yeah, it's weird. And she said, you know what's not weird? Obviously it's just bullshit. I don't know what's not weird, guys. It's just a lie. It's just obviously something I come up with in the spot. She's gonna say what, and I come up with it. Alright, so we got her phone number pretty much here. That's gonna be all for this video for today for texting on live. Anyway, so we have lots more live texting coming your way. You guys are gonna love this, what I've got planned out, trust me. Stick around for the channel. We're going to post some crazy content. We're going crazy, guys. We're doing weekly uploads now, and we're going to amp up the volume. We're going to take over the YouTube game, okay? Our spots are getting limited to work with us. No scarcity bullshit. It's just the honest truth. As the channel grows, I can't handle as many people. If you're interested in working with us, we right now have a limited time discount offer for Christmas. If you're interested, get in touch. Now is the best time. We literally have a lifetime package, which means that you will literally make one payment or one investment, right? And once you make that investment, you have access to us for the rest of your life, and it's one-to-one coaching. Think about that for a minute. You get to have one-to-one coaching with Deni himself for the rest of your life after one investment. It is the Christmas spirits. I'm I'm feeling good, and I want to get you guys all on. We have our AI pictures on half price. We have our services all discounted massively. We're feeling the Christmas spirits, and we have our calls open slots for free, okay? And they're getting filled up. So if you're interested, go book that call on the website below. I'm looking for a few exclusive guys who are looking to improve their life and who want to be able to build a good connection and relationship with me so that I can potentially take them on in the long term and I can really change their life for the rest of their life and potentially even meet up with them. That is the perks of the lifetime package. Okay, so anyways, apart from that, it's been a pleasure. See you in the next one.